Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Power BI quiz where we have Chris Finlan with us today. So, hello to you, Chris.
Hello, hello, everyone. Good to see you. Glad to be here.
Nice to have you here, Chris. Also, you did the question just a couple of hours ago, so
Yes, I did. I will fully admit that I was a little behind on the questions, but I think the questions came through that I did come up with were good ones, and hopefully we have some
oh
fun
yeah,
today.
absolutely. And you have a special guest also in the background.
Oh yes, he's here. Paginated Report Bear, right over my shoulder there. He is always lurking. He's been kind of diva this week since the premium per user announcement, so we've had some disagreements, but the way he behaves for today's call.
Yeah, yeah,
But
because we just had the prices for premium per user last week, so I believe you will also be busy these days. I've been working hard on this.
yes, Yes, big thing right now is just making sure we get the documentation updated, get awareness out there. Um, a lot of questions. A lot of questions, but a lot of those questions have already been answered. They just people hadn't been looking until the price was announced. So we're making sure the FAQ's up to date. And yeah, no, but a lot of excitement and really, really pleased with how everything turned out.
Yeah, I'm also very excited for it to come out the price and can be open about it, and then also of course
Awesome.
getting patinated reports out to all the people.
Yep, that's the well. Clearly, that's the most important feature to be.
Yeah,
I have to say that Paginated Report Bears here. So that's a
yeah. So
awesome.
let's get started with telling you a little about the prizes for this quiz. So for the winner of the quiz, there's a $100 gift card to Lego.com. And then we have a raffle prize, which is this week a Radacat Academy membership. And last week we had a raffle prize that was a $100 gift card to SQL BI, the site from Marco and Alberto. So, will you help me pick the raffle winner, Chris?
Sure. So I'm supposed to pick a number between 1 and
Yeah,
32, right?
because here we see all the participants from last week, and we can see here it's Nexus, that's Ricardo from Spain, winning one more time. Actually, Ricardo have won 5 times in a row. Pretty
Oh,
impressive.
wow.
It's
Okay.
unbelievable. I don't know how he does it, but I believe he's studying hard. So for this quiz this week, it may be a little hard because have a lot of different topics to cover.
Yes.
So and also some fun questions, I can say. But here we have. So thank you for everyone attending last week, and we can see Nexus got 6 out of 10 correct. But also take a look at this. It was really close, and this is just a
Uh,
matter of 1 or 2 seconds faster answering. Then he wouldn't have won. Then we had Fran, with I believe also from Spain. So next here is
what's going on with Spain in these
yeah,
quizzes?
but actually there's a Power Platform quiz in Spanish that Ricardo have helped introduce. So
Oh,
there's
wow.
a lot of big community around Spanish people doing Power BI. But yeah, here we have actually 34 participants from last week. So what are the number you will pick, Chris?
I'll pick 18.
18. That's your mental age.
Depending on who you ask. Yes.
Let's go and see. And it's Joy Varela. So congratulations to
Oh, let me
you
repick.
for winning the $99 gift cards where you can go in and buy a video course, or when time comes, you can also buy a classroom course and get a, yeah a lower price on that. So for this week, we had the Academy membership for Radacat for 1 month. Free access here for the one that will be picked in 2 weeks after Rebel winner. So everyone participating today have a chance of winning this Radacat Academy membership. And then for the first prize, for the grand prize, we have Lego. And here you can see some of the things you can buy from around $100, which is the gift card you will get if you win the quiz today. But I will say to you, there are some easy questions, but there's also some hard ones. So some tricky ones. So yeah, but yeah, who knows who will win? Will it be Ricardo again? So
We'll see.
we will.
My money would be on Ricardo based on previous performance.
So for the Kahoot prize, when we start that just in a minute, you will see the questions on your monitor, and then you can go to kahoot.it on a mobile device or secondary device monitor where you will answer. So go to kahoot.it and then you will get a pin code that you will put in. We will show to it shortly. And then put in your, as a nickname, your full name or Twitter handle, something so we can find you in case you win the raffle prize. Or if you win, of course, also the grand prize. And then please be aware, we have 3 to 5 seconds delay, which means that you will actually see the answer opportunities before you will see the questions, because we are running asynchronous from YouTube and Kahoot. And we will start with one start question with no points awarded, so you can get started and find out how it's working, this Kahoot. And then we have the 10 real questions delivered by Chris, and we can say they are around patinated reports, Power BI Premium per user, patinated report bear, and also Power BI report server, actually. So a good, yeah, I have said the topic for today is Chris Finlan Special, because it's all around topics.
It was what I could think of at 7:30 my time in the morning.
Yeah, so that's the 10 real questions, and the faster you answer, the more points. And as you can saw the last quiz, it's just a matter of seconds. Actually, it can be a matter of seconds if you win or not, because yeah. So, but also if you're not answering correctly and fast, you won't get any points. So also read the questions. Oh. And please also be aware that all results are posted publicly on the powerbiquiz.com, where we will, at the end, we are running, this is the 3rd season of the quiz, and this is the 8th show, and we have 10 shows, so we have 2 left, and then we will announce the overall winner who has scored. It won't be, it could be Ricardo, but not necessary, because it's the average score around all the quizzes you have participated in. So,
I see.
Let's go in and fire up the quiz. And here we have it, and I will say start. And now you will see it just in a minute. Here we have the pin, and we are waiting for you to join. And we have a couple of people in. And I can see that there are 37 watchers right now, and maybe not all of you will participate in quiz, but please do if you're looking at the stream, so you have a chance to win.
Wait, Chris Finlan joined Kahoot? I didn't join Kahoot. Huh? Someone's messing with me.
then if Chris Finlan does a good job, then
if Chris Finlan wins, there's going to be a lot of my.
Oh, we have some. Okay. We have a lot of participants.
Wow.
We have a record number of participants, but yeah, there's something yeah, messing around with us. We haven't seen that before, but it's clearly some spam. But let us just get started with the quiz. And maybe I can just, okay, they would just start again if I remove them. So let's just, oh, we haven't tried that before. Hopefully it won't do anything with the quiz. But yeah, first off, we have this poll, which is a multi-select. And we want to have some input from you around if you have hands-on experience with some of these tools and things just to see. And yeah, I clearly say, yeah, the fourth option. That's an old one.
Yeah, I love seeing it. No bigger fan of DataZen than me.
Yeah, it's yeah, okay, and
Awesome.
we can see here that 71% actually had some experience with the premium per user already. Nice. And also a lot of you have experienced paginated reports and also Power BI report server, and not so many of you DataZen mobile reports. That's
DataZen's going a little way back at this point. It's like 5-6 years ago.
But yeah, it was rebranded to just mobile reports, right? And now it's still an option in Power BI report server?
It's still an option in Power BI report server and SQL Server reporting services. We did announce it's on deprecation path with the SQL 2019 release.
Yeah. But some of the stuff from DataZen has clearly been moved into Power BI, so
yep. At least some of the principles, anyway.
So yeah, and there's a comment here. It has offline capabilities DataZen with mobile, and that's not something we have gotten in Power BI yet, and probably not something we will get.
No. I'm trying to carefully say nothing,
but
let's
move on and have the first real question. So who is Paginated Report Bear's best friend? You have 30 seconds to answer this one, and it's a tricky picture.
Yes, you'll notice it's not Chris Webb,
and you can't answer Chris Webb. So yeah, and I'm a little worried because we have 61 answers now. It's clearly the bot joining in.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
So.
Oh, come on. Clearly, so it's clearly not going to be Bogdan or Marco. Come on. But yeah, it's Mr. Matthew. Anybody who's seen Paginated Report Bear and Mr. Matthew is clearly Paginated Report Bear's best friend. Dataflow's dog is technically his nemesis, as David Eldersveld has pointed out in the past.
So Mr. Matthew, let's see.
Mr. Matthew, yes.
And yeah, we have some bots messing around with us. So probably when we are looking at the scoreboard, it won't make any sense for anyone. But I will, of course, in the end, remove all these, and we will find a way to announce the winner in the end. That's a little unfortunate, but
surprised they got it right.
Yeah, maybe just with so many participants as this bot and random index. So yeah. Okay. And Rishi is asking, is this Matthew Roach? And yeah, that is Matthew.
No, it's not Matthew Roach. It's my son Matthew. That's who it is. Mr. Matthew is Mr. Matthew, my son.
Mr. Matthew, your son. Okay. Oh yeah, sure, of course. Yeah. And
no, this one's a tricky one. Not that the first one apparently was trickier. And somebody pointed out that Dataflow's dog in his Twitter bio. If you watch the videos, you know clearly Dataflow's dog is not his best friend. He's trying to be nice.
Yeah, and this is a little tricky question, but if you have seen the Report in a Day series, you will know the answer. Or otherwise, you can guess.
Yep. The Course Morale Officer show, as I was mentioning before this show, Peter Myers was the one who wanted Paginated Report Bear to show up for that. I was actually not necessarily in favor of the idea, but Peter demanded it. And so when we got there, the woman who was running the video series for us, Peter's like, "Oh, this is Paginated Report Bear." Like, he tells the whole story. And so she gave him his official title, and that is actually his title, as called out in the official Paginated Report in the Day series, which hopefully many of you have seen. Clearly not as many as I'd
No,
hoped,
no.
but yes.
But these results are a little skewed, I believe, from this bot messing around. But yeah. So yeah. So the bot only has 2 correct answers until now.
I don't see how a bot could do this, but sure. Okay.
So what is the price of new premium per user
Hopefully.
add-on SKU? So this is add-on.
Yep.
Please be aware. You have 30 seconds to answer this one.
Yep. This is the add-on SKU we announced. So hopefully, and this now feels like a really long time because I put 30 seconds for everything, but there you go. Ooh. Guessing the $100.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
I
the
believe
bot.
that's the bot, yeah.
But, I believe that's the bot, hopefully, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, only $10 add-on to have all the premium features available.
Yep. If you have a Pro or an E5 license, you get all the premium capabilities for just $10 more.
And feature-wise, it's actually a little like the P3 in...
Yeah, the big thing, so when you look at, like, because with per user SKUs, we don't guarantee throughput or anything. It's just like with Pro. The only thing, if you think about, well, it lines up with a P3 in that it's running on the Gen 2 architecture. So everything is running on a P3 or above there. It's the data model size, which is the one thing specific to a P3 that you get comparable data model size. So you can go up to 100 gig with the data models. And again, Akshay, if he was on here, would provide a very lengthy statement around why you don't actually get the full 100 gig necessarily, but I my simplistic view, that's what it aligns to.
But yeah, you get a lot of memory from this Power BI premium per user. So let's see if that changes something. So we have a high underscore, probably also a bot because it's answered so quickly. Let's see. Next one here. How many times each year does Power BI report server ship? So how many times each year? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Yeah. Hopefully everybody knows this, but I see a question in the chat. Is there non-profit pricing for the PPU add-on? Yes. All the non-profit prices should be applicable to either the standalone or the add-on. That was actually a question I asked very early on to ensure that the nonprofit pricing was in place.
Nice.
Wow. Surprised more people didn't know this.
No, and I'm also shifting around these two with 3 or 4 because it's every 4th month, which is 3 times a year, and not the other way around.
Gotcha.
So yeah, 3 times a year we get a new version of Power BI report server, and you have committed to do that for a long time, I believe.
Well, we committed a few years ago, the 3 times a year, and we stuck to that cadence. Yep.
So nothing changed here. Let's have the next one. True or false?
Interesting.
And here we have double points. So Power BI Report Builder is available through the Windows Store. Is that true or false? And you only have 20 seconds here.
Yep. Well, I noticed the number of answers has gotten to a more reasonable level.
Yeah, I believe also, yeah. So...
wow, 13 people thought it was true. No, it is not available through the Windows Store at this time.
No, and you actually touched this question also on the live show with Guy in the Cube in Saturday.
Yep. That's why I asked it. And it may be called the Microsoft Store. I'm not. Yeah. I apologize if I'm using the wrong name. Hopefully everybody knows what I was talking about there. But
so
another question: will new releases of SSRS ever come out? I mean, when the next release of SQL Server comes out, there will be a new release of SSRS.
Yeah. so yeah. Yeah, and if there comes new features, the one place, the other place probably will drop down to SQL Server.
Yep. All
Let's
right.
see if... Yeah, now we are getting the bots out.
There we
So
go.
we have Amadeo from Italy on top. So congratulations. And also Power BR, Tom and Rishi, and also Ricardo on the scoreboard here. But it's really, really close in this top 5. So yeah, we got rid of the bots.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That's weird.
So one or true and false. The maximum size of a paginated report is limited by capacity size in Gen 2. And
Very good. The answer is false. With the new architecture with Gen 2, memory is now separated amongst the different workloads, and actually paginated reports runs in a container in each session. So each time you open a report, it's got its own container with its own size, and so the maximum memory available actually is the same. Gen 2 billing is based on CPU, but it also isn't affected by things like your AS memory usage. So very good. 19 people got that correct.
Yeah. So so if you have an A1 capacity with 3 gigabytes of memory, you have that for each net report. If you can.
Yep. Well, you get yeah, I think
for each
it's,
session.
I don't know, remember the exact number, but it's a number that nobody has ever hit.
Yeah.
So
I will say it will be a pretty big report.
yes.
Yeah. But yeah, the architecture is shifted. That's the case here with Gen 2, which is giving a lot of cool opportunities for every both in Power BI Premium per user and also just in the dedicated capacity space. So let's see the leaderboard now. And we have Rishi climbing up. And also we have Nexus coming up 4th, but still very, very close here in top 5.
All right.
So now it's a multi-select. So this means that you can answer 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of them. And you don't know if it is 1, 2, 3, or 4 of them that is correct. So which languages can you use to write queries for paginated reports? And you have actually 60 seconds for this one. So
yeah, I feel like I overestimated every question in terms of the amount of seconds by about 15 seconds.
Yeah.
About 15 seconds, because I just was looking at some of the samples you sent me, and I was like, oh, okay, people who did multi-answer questions generally gave 60 seconds, so probably could have been shorter, but
there's only a 30 and 60 second. There's not anything between, and a lot of cases that's actually the number you will have on. So, but we have 10 seconds more, and people are still answering, so coming in.
26, 27,
Yeah.
Yep, and you cannot use Power Query. This was something I talked about on the show on Saturday. If you had a chance to watch, we are working on Power Query support, but it's not available yet. So this was meant to see how closely people were paying attention, but in general, it looks like most of you were aware of this. But yeah, DAX, of course, being number 1. Everyone, I'm not sure if people are familiar with my relationship with DAX, but it's kind of a hate-hate relationship.
Yeah, and talking from one who is building paginated reports, I see that it is also true in the tool. It is it is easier to working with MDX.
It was, I mean, again, the age of the product, and when MDX has been around for a long, long time, it was optimized for that, and we only added DAX support, native DAX support.
Is there anything working on, if you can say, to have a nicer experience working with DAX in Report Builder?
I think I'd say stay tuned.
Sounds good. I will look forward to
that. That's me committing to nothing and not saying it. I didn't know about T-SQL. I hope you did. I hope you're joking.
So let's see the leaderboard. And wow, we have Tom on top.
Oh, Tom
Wow.
Martins. Oh, that's
So,
Tom. Yeah.
Congratulations to you, and still, yeah. And we actually now we don't have Ricardo in top 5, but yeah, we have a couple of questions left, so it can change. So here we have a Patented Report Bear question.
Yes. So who did Paginated Report Bear beat in the Bake Off at Embass in May of 2019? This should be a fairly easy one if you've paid any attention to the Power BI space the last couple of years. But when we used to go to conferences in person, that was something we did. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Do you know we will have a MBAS this year again in May, virtually, of course?
I assume, but I am not ultimately the. Wow, 10 people guessed Patrick LeBlanc.
Patrick is also a big fan of
I also like that somebody guessed Kim Menace. Kim will appreciate that.
So yeah, we had Patrick doing the quiz earlier or last year actually on Patented Report, because he's also done a lot of sessions in conferences around Patented Reports. But yeah, it was Will Thompson who is also doing the Bake Off, or did the Bake Off at the Gartner conference, I believe.
Oh yeah, he did real Bake Offs too. That one, I have a feeling that one was rigged.
But yeah, these power hours on these conferences is so much fun. Let's see the leaderboard now, and we have Rishi going all on top. Still very close.
There you go.
So let's have the second last question.
All right.
True or false? So auto refresh is a feature you can use with patented reports in the Power BI service. Is that true or false? And for those of you who don't know what the auto refresh feature is, I will let Chris explain it to you when you have the answers come in.
Yes, as the answers come in. But so if you did happen to watch the Power Hour, I kidded Will, or Patrick Report Bear kidded Will at the time, because auto refresh actually has been around in SSRS for many, many years. Robert Bruckner, the architect of the team, or at the time, he implemented it some time ago, and we actually did bring it forward to the Power BI service. So actually, when you're in Power BI Report Builder, there's a property you can set for the refresh time, and you set it in seconds, and your report will just automatically refresh ever so often and go back against the data source, and it'll show you live data. This is something that I think people, the engineers of my team love this feature, and I'll use quotes, love, but it's something where you can create some really, really nice dashboard things with the paginated report, have it auto refresh, and because you can do things like parameterize across different data sources, you can have a really nice experience where you have it up on a board showing the latest information, and it's something people aren't aware of. So I just was making people aware that yes, we did bring forward this feature from SSRS to the Power BI service.
Yeah, a really cool feature. And now talking about features, composite models have been around, as you said, for years in patented report, because you can have different queries to different sources.
Well, we'll get some people who object loudly to that being called a composite model, but yes, you can go against it. Yeah, there's no limit on data sources, and you can, there's effectively no limit, but somebody out there will actually try to put 100 data sources. You can go and have different Power BI data sets all connected to the same paginated report.
Yeah, it's really, now we have composite models, of course. It's opened up some possibilities, but before there, we had the options also in patented report.
I was just looking at the chat here, and Eric's like, I've used it before. Why did I answer it wrong? I don't know, Eric. Come on, man. That's so funny. I've done the same thing before. But.
Answering a little too quickly. And let us have the leaderboard before the last question. And we have Rishi on top, and Tom, and Power BI, and Donald, and Amadeo. But the last question is a double point question. So there's 2,000 points on on that question, so everyone here on the list can win the quiz. And you can see between Tom and Rishi, it's really, really close. So it could be a matter of how fast you answer the last question if you win. So let's have the last question. And when is Premium Per User available for purchase? Is it April? Is it May? Is it June? Or is it July?
People are answering this very quickly, so people are answering this very quickly. Too easy. Yeah. Well, if I had known this last one was worth double points, maybe I would have done it differently.
We might have shifted them around. So
yeah, we might have shifted it around, but yeah, I apologize. Just how many of us stayed till the end? I don't know.
I can see there's 38 watching right now in the stats from YouTube, but not everyone is participating in the quiz. We can see.
Gotcha. 23. Yes, 23. Someone guessed June. Interesting. Yeah, no, it'll be available April April 2nd.
So not the 1st of April, not April Fool's Day.
That's my understanding. I think there was like at one point we talked about April 1st, but what was in Arun's blog was April 2nd. I think it's probably best not to release on April Fool's Day. Yeah.
So yeah, there we can purchase it, but until then we can have it for free for.
Yeah, you have the in-product trial. There was an issue. So I know a lot of people, if your organization does not allow in-product trials for some reason, the easiest way is to go use the in-product trial. You go up to it's called the Me icon in the upper right-hand corner. If you have a pro license, you'll just see the option to start a Premium Per User trial. It'll run for 60 days, so it will run past the GA date. And then once it's done, you have the option to purchase it. If you can't use the in-product trial for some reason, there was an issue in the M365 portal to use the Premium Per User trial. You can get up to 25 users in your organization for up to 60 days. That should be fixed now. So if you go to your M365 admin portal and go to services, purchase services, you should be able to choose that as of today.
Cool, but yeah. So you can have it free for longer than April, depending on when you sign up for the preview, of course.
People are still objecting to the fact that I said that Pageant Bear is best friends with Mr. Matthew and Dave Close Dog. That's like, I'll take the controversy. I understand his Twitter handle says that. I can only speak for what I know of the bear. What he puts on his own business. Again, it was early. Like, come on.
Yeah. Let us. And Nikki actually have a question. Will the trials will stop? Will the workspaces then be moved to shared capacity automatically?
So we're not stopping the trials at the GA date. Whatever length of trial you have at this point, it'll just continue to run until its normal expiration date. If you're the owner of a workspace, you still have access to the workspace, even if for whatever reason your license has expired. You can't view any of the content, obviously, but especially if you're a workspace owner, you can move it out of premium capacity or Premium Per User back to pro, and you'll be able to then at least download or delete the content that requires premium, or it'll still sit there. You can download or delete it, or just let it sit there, or obviously you can purchase a Premium Per User license.
Yeah. So you're not locked out in any way.
Yep, you're not locked out in any way.
Okay, good to know. Nikki says so. Let us see the final leaderboard here. The podium on our third place with 6 out of 10 we have Power Billa, and with 7 out of 10 we have Tom. And who could it be? Is it Wishy?
I think I know.
From London.
Hey.
With 7 out of 10. And
congratulations.
Also, congratulations to Donald and Amadeo for getting in the top 5.
That's awesome.
So yeah, thank you for everyone for participating in the quiz, and we get rid of all the bots after the first 3 questions. That was also very, very nice.
Yes.
We managed that. So yeah, thank you for taking the time, Chris, and
awesome. Thank you.
Helping deliver this quiz around this
My pleasure.
Hot topic at this time. I was really pleased that we could make it out, so we had it right here after Premium Per User was released. Oh, the price was released, of course. Yeah.
No, always happy to do stuff like this. Really enjoyed it. Again, thanks everyone for participating.
Yeah. So yeah, and what I should say now is that in 2 weeks we will have Benny the Jager as the quiz maker on a topic around APIs and PowerShell. So a very technical topic in the 9th quiz of this season. So yeah, have a nice day or evening or night or morning, whatever you are calling in from in this global world of virtual events. So yeah, and to you, Chris, thank you once again, and have a nice day. And
Yeah, no, thank you. Yep,
see
you too.
you hopefully soon at a live event.
Okay. Yeah, no, absolutely.